Hello everyone, and welcome to video number 7 in the series of the I ratings on Pilotedge. Today we're going to be flying the I-7 rating out of John Wayne Airport to Santa Catalina. It's actually a very short flight. It's got a wealth of information. We build on what we've learned in the previous ratings. Right now, as you can see, this is John Wayne Airport with the current weather conditions injected by Rex Weather Force as one of the add-ons that you can see right below the video in the description. And in order to fly this rating successfully, we have to pay attention to a few things. So the objectives of this rating is to do a full non-precision approach. We're going to also do a procedure turn just like we did last time, but this one is going to be a 45-180 procedure turn, unlike the one we did in the last rating, which was a holding or a hold in lieu of a procedure turn. And we're also going to do circle to land, and also understand what's it like to fly IFR into a non-towered airport and what and how it works. Okay, so we're going to file the flight plan according to this route right here, and the altitude is going to be 4,000 feet. We're flying IFR westerly because the minimum en route altitude for Victor 21 airway is actually 4,000. So we're going to go ahead and quickly file our flight plan, and then we're going to talk about the flight. IFR, Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India Diamond 62 / G, and speed is going to be 180. KSNA to KAVX, here we go. Got file 4,000. We're going to check quickly the weather at Santa Catalina if we need to file an alternate, just to see what if the 1, 2, 3, okay, it looks like it's marginal VFR, that's fine. And the TAFs are all marginal VFR. 1 hour before and after, 2,000 feet, 3 statute mile visibility or more. Looks like we're good. We don't need to file an alternate. Okay, so 4,000 feet, and let's go ahead and paste the Seal Beach VOR Victor 21 to Santa Catalina VOR. And we're not using custom weather, and make sure on item 13 to select the I-7 rating. We're going to go ahead and file. Okay, flight plan is filed successfully, so we're good here. So let's talk a little bit about the route and discuss a few things as we try to understand how to fly this rating. I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger. Here we go. Alright, that looks good. So we're going to be taking off from John Wayne International Airport. Most likely we're going to be given a heading in the clearance to fly and Victors to Seal Beach, or they can Victor us direct to intercept Victor 21 airway. Why did I file 4,000? Well, look here, you can see that the minimum en route altitude on this airway is 4,000, so that's okay. And from there we are going to fly to Santa Catalina, and according to the rating we are supposed to fly the full VOR-DME, GPS VOR-DME or GPS Bravo approach from Santa Catalina. And let me explain how this works. So we're going to go ahead now and show the approach chart, and from Santa Catalina at the route. Okay, and take a look at this. Right, so here we talked about feeder fixes. Santa Catalina VOR is a feeder. Why? You can see between Santa Catalina and Wrigley, I apologize, that was incorrect. Let me double check again the distance. Here we go, yes, 5 nautical miles. Okay. The leg between Santa Catalina VOR and Wrigley, the initial approach fix, the distance is depicted and also we have an altitude 3,400. That means that this fixed Santa Catalina VR is a feeder, and which means if I ask for the full approach from Santa Catalina, that allows me to start descending after Santa Catalina to 3,400, at least until Wrigley. Okay, so that's the one thing we learned in the previous rating, and we can utilize here. You can see it's quite a sharp turn to come to Santa Catalina and then turn right, but it's okay. You're supposed to try to turn right and intercept that that track outbound. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing that we need to pay attention to is the procedure turn. It says here, remain within 10 nautical miles before you do the procedure turn from Wrigley. Okay, so you fly from Wrigley, outbound that way, and then within 10 nautical miles, what I would do is until I reach 3,400 at a suitable distance, I turn left 45 degrees, 1 minute, plus or minus wind correction, and then I turn to the right, opposite course, to intercept the inbound radial or the final track. Once I intercept the final track, as you can see here, I start descending to 2,300 feet as I have to cross Wrigley at 2,300 and continue my descent until the minimum circling altitude of 2,220 feet. At that point, I'm coming somewhere from here. Let me show you on this. I'm going to be coming like this. When I see the runway, I will circle to land, and let's pay attention to how I'm going to circle to land, because there's a big important comment here. It says here, circling southeast of the runway is not authorized. So that means I cannot circle here at all. Nope, that cannot be done. I have to circle from the direction I'm coming from. In that case, you just join a pattern and you fly this way if the landing direction is runway 22, or you fly this way if the landing direction runway 04. Just normal traffic pattern. Another thing that people really get confused on quite often is that if you look here, that the minimum is 2,220 for circling. The touchdown zone elevation, or the airport elevation, I'm sorry, is 1,600 feet. So that means you're going to be about 600 feet above the airfield. That is lower than a traffic pattern. Not a good idea to descend that low unless you are in IMC and you're trying to break out of the clouds. It is absolutely fine before reaching this minimum, or before reaching MAFB, once you see the runway, to start your circling procedure by joining, for example, a right downwind for runway 22 or a left downwind for runway 04. It's absolutely legal and fine, especially in VMC conditions when there's other traffic in the pattern that you're trying to avoid. Then in that case, absolutely you can circle earlier, which we will do if we see the runway. If not, you're allowed to descend to 2,220 feet, and you cannot proceed beyond this this point, the missed approach point right here, which is distance 2.8 nautical miles from, from Santa Catalina VR, and in that case, you would have to go follow the missed approach procedure. Okay, so pretty much that's what we need to do. We are gonna get vectored somewhere, and then we ask for the full approach from the feeder, and from the feeder we're gonna fly outbound, stay within 10 nautical miles from Wrigley, turn left 45 degrees, 1 minute, turn right, intercept, come back and start descending according to this. We do not go below 2,220, but I wouldn't go, honestly, if I see the runway, I wouldn't go below, if we add here, 2,600 feet, at least 1,000 feet above. So I'm going to write for myself here 2,600, just to be on the safe side, 2,600 feet. And to be stabilized, yes, that is the 2,600. So here I'm going to go ahead and circle to land. 500 to minimum will be 2,700. If I need the clearance to land, here it's an uncontrolled tower. I will just, uncontrolled airport. I don't need clearance to land. I just need to announce everything, just like you used to do in the CAT ratings for untowered airports. Okay, so another comment in the rating that you need to pay attention to, it said you have to circle within 3 nautical miles of the airfield. I created a little red box to make sure that I don't violate this when I do my circling, joining the traffic pattern to land. That's pretty much it, folks. Now, the descending here, I don't have any vertical guidance. That's because it's a non-precision approach. I'm not going to have a glide slope to descend on or anything like that. I have to descend manually, and I have to adhere to these minimum altitudes myself manually. A good idea. Usually, the final approach glide path is about 3 degrees. It's just, you know, it's a good rule of thumb to descend at 5 times the ground speed as your vertical speed. So if your ground speed, let's say, for example, is 100 knots, descend at 500 feet per minute, and you're going to be just fine. And now you have to pay very close attention not to violate the 2300 and not to violate the 2220, which is my minimum, but I'm not going to go this slow anyways. Okay, that is pretty much it that I wanted to talk about. Come back here to John Wayne Airport, and we go ahead and log in to Pilotedge, start up the aircraft, and do our thing. Okay, so we are now inside the aircraft. Just want to make sure that I have my client running for showing where my aircraft is. And it looks like we're good to go, so we'll go ahead and start the plane. Okay, the fuel is good, and master on, alternator on, fuel pump, strobes. And we start with lift engine, lift master, lift glow is on, acknowledge the MFD. Okay, so lift engine, look here, looks like green, 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 oil pressure is in the green. Oil temperature is increasing gradually, we're good to go. Okay. Right glow on, we wait until this message disappears. Okay, we'll go ahead and start the right engine. Also in the green. Things are looking good. In that case now, what I'm going to do is avionics on, fuel pump off. I turn also the pitot heat on to get rid of the caution message on the PFD. And we go ahead now and grab the ATIS. Okay, I do not see the aircraft on the airport, so I'm going to troubleshoot this for a second. Alright folks, after trying to troubleshoot this problem, was unable to actually show the aircraft on for flight, which I don't think it's a problem. Actually, it's good exercise in order for us not to extensively rely on electronic flyback. It's supposed to be only for situational awareness, and we can just fly with the G1000 Simionic in the aircraft. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and grab the ATIS. Try to maximize this as I set everything up. Okay, so for John Wayne Airport, ATIS is 126.0. I'm going to put that on COM2. 126.0. And pick COM2.
Runway assignments and hold instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information golf.
Have information golf.
John Wayne Airport. ATIS information golf. 1653 Zulu. Wind 070 at 4. Visibility 10. Few clouds of 2000. Ceiling 3400 overcast. Temperature 22. Dew point 13. Altimeter 299er. Arriving and departing runways 0 left. 20 right. ILS runway 20 right approach in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading,
delivery,
altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignment, hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information golf.
Okay, looks like we're good. And altimeter is 29er, 9er, so I would set
Twin
that.
Diamond 0 Alpha Victor, clear direct Seal Beach VR, then resume on navigation.
Clear direct Seal Beach and resume on navigation 0 Alpha Victor.
Okay, we have clearance delivery. Go ahead now and start. Here we go, and get ready with that. We have golf.
Joshua approach Skyhawk 7 Charlie Delta has the airport.
Number 7 Charlie Delta, thank you. Radar services are terminated. Radar and squawk and maintain VFR. Frequency changes approved.
Frequency change approved. Squawking VFR. Skyhawk 7 Charlie Delta.
Santa Catalina. And looks like we're good now, 118.0. John Wayne delivery, good morning. Good Diamond Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India. Instrument to Santa Catalina with Golf.
Hotel Alpha, Alpha India, John Wayne clearance cleared to Avalon Airport. Fly heading 220, expect radar vectors, Seal Beach, then as filed. Climb and maintain 2000, expect 4000, 5 minutes after departure. SoCal 128.1, squawk 7423.
Clear to Avalon, after departure fly heading 220, vectors to Seal Beach, then as filed. Clementine 2000, expect 5 minutes after departure, frequency 128.1, squawk 7423, Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India.
Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, read back correct. Number 7 Charlie Mike, taxi in the ramp via Alpha and monitor ground point 127.8.
Okay.
7 Charlie Mike, taxi via Alpha, monitor ground.
I switched to COM 1. In order to avoid the interruptions. Okay, we'll set everything up here. Flight plan, menu, delete flight plan, and we have John Wayne. And destination is Avalon, Santa Catalina, KA VX. Avalon. There we go. And then we have Seal Beach. I'll pick your as Seal Beach. Enter. There you are, and then menu. Load airway. And we said, I believe it was Victor 23. Let's double check again. Victor 21. Okay, Victor 21. And we exit at Santa Catalina VOR. Trying to find that here. It should have gone up. There we go. Load. It looks like we don't have waypoints in between. And then Santa Catalina. And I'm going to request the approach. Okay, circle. We'll do it later when we actually check the weather. Okay, looks like this is set. He's a Clementine 2000. In that case, I'll put 2000. And back again to the clearance real quick. 128.1. Put that on standby COM 1. I need to put all the frequencies real quick, so we come back here and I'll set everything up. We have ground west 132.25. I'll put that here. 132.25. 2.25, that will be ground. And for COM 1, we have 128.1 is the departure frequency, and the tower only 20 right, 126.8.
Zulu, runway 8, approach to Alpha Victor.
Barbara ground, Sun 6, ready to taxi IFR.
6.8. Switch back to
Sun 6, rather than saying taxi IFR, we need to know where are you parked and do you have the ATIS?
COM 2. On 6.8.
Terminal, we have information.
Tower 6.8.
Beautiful, Sun 6, Santa Barbara ground, runway 25, taxi via Bravo, Alpha, Golf.
Fly heading upon departure, heading 220, so we set that up. Heading 220.
Sun 6, Santa Barbara ground, runway 25, taxi via Bravo, Alpha, Golf.
Runway 25 via Bravo, Alpha, Golf from the 6.
Heading block is set. And squawk 7423. Transponder code 7423. 7423. And we go ahead now, activate mode Charlie from the client. And that is set. Okay, so double check everything again. And I think it would be a good idea to fly this approach according to the VOR and DME. I think that would be exciting. And if I load the procedure again, approach VOR DME.
Number 7 to Charlie, then my frequency, have a good day.
Thank you, good day, sir.
Here you go. This is the one, and it looks here that this is radial 352 from Santa Catalina. So in that case, I'll set Santa Catalina.
Van Nuys ground, Seahawk 66 Papa's Type 172 at Clay Lacey, ready to taxi VFR to the west with Sierra.
That's 111.4.
Number 66 Papa, Van Nuys
Tower.
Tower.
Right now.
Pardon me, Van Nuys ground.
352.
Runway 16 left, taxi via Bravo, Charlie.
352.
Bravo Charlie down to 16 left, 66 Papa, thank you.
66 Papa Sagan, direction of flight. November 66 Papa Sagan, direction of flight, please.
Yes, sir. Van Nuys ground, 66 Papa VFR to the west.
That's good.
Perfect, thanks.
Alright, looks like we're set, and I can even set here on the borrow the minimum, which is 2220, and I can set it up. Here's Seal Beach. I'm going to activate the Vector Airway.
Number 0 Alpha Victor, VFR traffic, 12 o'clock, 3 miles, turning north-northeast, bound altitude indicates 3,800, type unknown altitude is unverified.
There you go.
0 Alpha Victor copy, let's keep our eyes peeled.
It looks like we are set here. Everything is set except for the minimum, which is 2220, and since I'm going to use the VOR, I'm going to set it from here.
Barbara Tower, Sun 6, holding short of 25 at Golf, ready to get out.
Sun 6, Santa Barbara runway 25, cleared for takeoff, wind calm.
Runway 25, clear for takeoff, Sun 6.
And this is, folks, one more thing I forgot to talk about. I want to mention it now. For a precision approach,
GVM 2849 Golf.
like an ILS approach, for example, the decision altitude. The decision altitude, you can go below it a little bit when you make a decision to go around or to continue. Here, it's a minimum descent altitude. For non-precision approaches, means you cannot go below this no matter what. Usually, most people, what you do is they add about 50 feet to this number in order not to violate it. And I am going to add 50 feet to it in case I decide to go around and I push the throttle and I descend a little bit below 2270. I have not violated the minimum descent altitude of 2220.
Los Angeles ground, American 224 is ready for taxi.
American 224, LA information, Delta is current. Advise when you have it. Runway 25 right, taxi via Charlie, Charlie 5 and Bravo.
Looks like we're good.
25 right, Charlie, Charlie 5 and Bravo, and I have information Delta, American 224.
Sun Devil 6, contact departure.
Okay, looks like
Level 6, contact
avionics are set.
departure.
I'm going to make sure now I'm on COM 2. And frequencies are set, altitude set, heading box set, altimeter set. Only thing is I need to make sure that I have the coordinates because it took us a while to set up everything.
Requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Golf.
Still Golf. Okay, we're good.
Charlie Delta.
John Wayne ground, I'm in Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, over at the West Ramp, ready to taxi with information Golf.
Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, John Wayne ground, runway 20 right at Kilo, taxi via Bravo Kilo.
20 right at Kilo via Bravo Kilo, Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India. Okay.
Archer, Sun Devil 6, level 3000.
Taxi light on, release the brakes. And we start to taxi.
Sun Devil 6, Santa Barbara departure, radar contact, turn left, heading 140, climb and maintain 7,000.
140, climb and maintain 7,000, Sun Devil 6.
Okay, we're gonna have to align these signs. Right side is clear. Side is clear. Here's the taxiway. And we're gonna follow
Mojave ground,
That's a
Skyhawk 617 Charlie Delta, clear the runway at Charlie, request taxi to the ramp.
617, Charlie Mojave ground, straight ahead on Charlie, left turn into the ramp.
Straight ahead on Charlie, left of the ramp, 7 Charlie Delta.
this is Juliet.
Sun Devil 6, clear direct to Ventura, VOR, climb and maintain 9,000.
Ventura, VOR, climb and maintain 90,000, Sun Devil 6.
Next one should be Kilo.
Sun Devil 6, contact LA Center, 135.5, good day.
35.5, good day, Sun Devil 6.
Number 0 Alpha Victor, contact SoCal approach, 134.2.
134.2, 0 Alpha Victor.
Okay, next one is Kilo. Okay, slow down.
SoCal approach, Diamond 9090 Alpha Victor at 4,000.
Sun Devil 6, LA Center, good morning, Santa Barbara, altimeter 29908. Number 9990 Victor, SoCal approach, thanks, Burbank, altimeter 3000.
30000 Victor.
Okay, we are Kilo, get the aircraft ready, all lights on, fuel pump on, flapless, and looks like the lateral, the vertical, everything is set. So I switch now to COM 1. We're good to go. Fly heading 220, he said.
Number 0 Alpha Victor, turn left heading 290 vectors ILS Zulu runway 8 approach.
Turn left heading 290, expect vectors to the ILS 8 approach, the Alpha Victor.
And we're back to COM 1. John Wayne Tower, good morning, Diamond Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, holding short, runway 20 right at Kilo, ready for departure IFR.
Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right at Kilo, cleared for takeoff, wind 070 at 4.
20 right at Kilo, clear for takeoff, Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India. Okay.
Van Nuys Tower, Skyhawk 66 Papa, holding short Charlie 16 left, ready for departure.
Clear.
Skyhawk 66 Papa, Van Nuys Tower, good morning. A west departure is approved. Wind 120 at 6, runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff.
The numbers will depart to the west, cleared for takeoff, 16 left, 66 Papa. Good morning to you as well.
Identified. And takeoff power set.
Number 7 Charlie Delta pass, that's 6, nice job.
Thanks for the pass, Hawk 7 Charlie Delta.
Airspeed alive, engine instruments all green. Hands still on the throttle in case we need to reject. '78 and rotate. Autopilot on. We're okay. Positive rate. Gear up. Lights off. Reduce the power a little. Zoom out now. 400 feet AGL. We fly the heading. 400 heading. And vertical speed. Looks good. We'll do a flight level change. Okay, we're good now.
Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, contact SoCal departure.
Over to departure. You have a good afternoon. Alpha Delta Alpha India. South Cal departure, good morning, Diamond Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, 1,500 for 2,000.
Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 4,000.
Climb maintain 4,000, Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India.
Los Angeles Tower, American 224, holding short, runway 25 right.
American 224, LA, good morning, runway 25 right, cleared for takeoff, wind 080 at 6.
Runway 25 right, clear for off American 224.
Roger Alpha Victor, turn right heading 50.
Turn right heading 350 Alpha Victor.
Okay. Looks like we're heading 220, climbing, climbing to 4,000. Heading mode. We cannot see the aircraft on for flight. That's fine. We can fly with the avionics in the aircraft. Use this one for just for information for the chart and everything else. Okay, autopilot is capturing 4,000.
Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, turn left heading 270, join Victor 21.
Left heading 270, join Vector 21, Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India.
Number 0 Alpha Victor, turn right heading 050.
Turn right heading 050, 0 Alpha Victor.
Number 0 Alpha Victor, VFR traffic, 12 o'clock and 3 miles westbound. Altitude indicates now 2,600, type of non-altitude unverified.
0 Alpha Victor, copies traffic.
Number 0 Alpha Victor, 6 miles from Buddy, descend and maintain at 3,000 until established and localized. Clear the ILS Zulu, runway 8 approach.
Cleared ILS Zulu, on runway 8 approach, descend and maintain 3,000, 0 Alpha Victor.
American 224, contact SoCal departure.
SoCal departure, American 224.
Number 0 Alpha Victor, say heading.
I'm at 032, turning to 050 right now.
Roger.
I'm not sure about the heading. He said turn left.
SoCal departure, American 224, climbing through 1,600 on the set.
American 224, SoCal departure, radar contact. Climb via the SID, except maintain 5,000, please.
Climb via the SID, except maintain 5,000, American 224.
South Cal departure, dominant Alpha Delta Alpha India. Please verify the last heading instruction was 270, correct?
Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, heading 270, join Victor 21.
270 for Victor 21. Just wanted to check. Thank you, Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India. Okay. That is fine. It's always good to check. And to be honest,
224 is go direct to the Ventura VOR, climb and maintain 10,000.
Cleared direct Ventura, climb maintain 10,000, American 224.
Right.
Twin Diamond 0 Alpha Victor, contact Burbank Tower 118.7.
Delivery, TBM 284 Golf. Contact Burbank Tower 118.7, Alpha Victor, have a good day.
Stopped on somebody.
Burbank Tower, Diamond 990 Alpha Victor on the ILS for runway 8.
Bird 990 Alpha Victor, Burbank Tower, runway 8, clear to land, wind 150 at 8.
Clear to land, runway 80 Alpha Victor.
Right, looks like the wind at Avalon, Catalina, according to the MOS, was 180. Okay, 180 at 5.
American 224, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
135.5, American 224.
A circle probably.
Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, contact SoCal approach 127.4, good day.
127.4, good day, Hotel Alpha Delta India. 127.4.
Fullerton Tower, November 1370, Bravo, radio check.
1370 Bravo, I think was a call sign, is extremely loud. We need to move the microphone away from your mouth and or turn the volume down on the microphone a bit.
70 Bravo, thank you.
Okay, nav and intercept now. South Cal approach, dominant Alpha Delta Alpha India, level at 4,000. Good morning.
American 224 LA Center, roger. Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, SoCal approach, Avalon altimeter 3003, advise with weather, say request if you have one.
We do have the numbers, and I'd like to request full VR DME or GPS Bravo approach from Santa Catalina.
Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, roger.
Okay, we're joining now Victor 21. Okay, I don't need this anymore. We just need to focus on the approach chart and what we're gonna do. Here we go. Santa Catalina VR is identified. Nav1 is good to go. Usable. We have the course set, so we're fine. Looks like Santa Catalina 13 miles coming up. And it looks I'm gonna stay with this controller throughout the approach. Looks like it. So let's go ahead and set quickly the CTAF Unicom 1 to 2.7 and put it on COM2 1 to 2.7. Good. Set on COM2. We'll make our announcements once we get authorization for frequency change. Make our announcements on the radio just like what you would say when you're flying those CAT ratings into untowered airports. Okay, so here we go. Good. There it is.
Fullerton Tower, November 1370 Bravo, radio check.
Number 1370 Bravo, it's coming through loud and clear now.
No, sir, Bravo.
Number 0 Alpha Victor, say parking.
Millionaire FBO, please.
Number 0 Alpha Victor, Millionaire is straight ahead, taxi to the ramp, and monitor ground on 123.9er, please.
123.90 Alpha Victor.
Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, turn left heading 180 Vector, Santa Catalina VR.
Left heading 180, Vector Santa Catalina, Delta India.
American 224, descend and maintain 6,000, contact Point Magoo, approach 124.7.
180, heading mode 180. He is trying to probably make me intercept.
Number 0 Alpha Victor, passing the I-3 rating.
Thank you for the pass, 0 Alpha Victor.
To intercept that that sharp turn here. He doesn't want me to come at this sharp turn. He's probably bringing me somewhere a little bit east. I'll zoom in a little bit east, so when I make the turn, I can intercept the 352
Fullerton
radio
Tower,
easier.
November 1370 Bravo. Request VFR departure to the north. Negative flight following aircraft is the Beechcraft Baron.
Bear 1370 Bravo, Fullerton grounding north or south side?
South side, sorry about that, 70 Bravo.
Number 1370 Bravo, Fullerton ground runway 24, taxi via Alpha.
24 Alpha, 24 via Alpha, 70 Bravo.
Point Magoo coach, American 224, 8,700, descending 6,000.
American 224, Point Magoo approach, advise with the ATIS for Santa Barbara, altimeter is 2998, and expect the VOR runway 25 approach.
I think he gave me altimeter 3003.
Expect the VOR runway 25 approach 2998, and I have information Kilo, American 224.
Perfect.
I don't know why I forgot to put that. Yep, 3003.
Amarillo Tower, Skyhawk 66, Papa 10 miles to your east over Thousand Oaks, requesting Delta transition over to Oxnard.
Northbound departure with information Zulu.
Sorry guys, I got multiple aircraft calling me at the same time with request. Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, when able, clear direct to Santa Catalina VOR, across Santa Catalina at 4,000, then clear the VOR, DME Bravo approach.
When able, clear direct Santa Catalina, cross of 4,000, then clear for VOR DME Bravo approach, Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India.
American 224, contact Santa Barbara approach 120.55.
Direct to enter.
120.55, American 224.
Yeah.
Sun Devil 6, contact SoCal approach 127.4.
Now we can intercept nicely. He brought me into a nice angle, and I have to cross a 4,000. And then I'm going to switch to...
Camarillo Tower, Skyhawk 66, Papa 10 miles to your east over Conjo Grade, requesting Delta transition to Oxnard.
Very nicely, align me very
Number
nicely.
66 Papa, Camarillo Tower, Roger, Oxnard, altimeter 2999, at what altitude are you transitioning?
I transition at 3,200.
Roger, that's above my air. You can contact Oxnard Tower if that's where you're landing.
Sounds good. Head over to Oxnard. Thanks for the help.
Approach American 224, 6,000 feet, information given.
Multiple aircraft calling same time again. I got Sun Devil 6 checking in at 9,000 with SoCal, John altimeter 2999.
999, Sun Devil 6.
Who else was calling, guys?
Santa Barbara, approach American 224, 6,000 feet, information given.
Speed a little.
American 224, Santa Barbara approach, thanks. Cross Quang at about 4,000 and cleared the VOR, runway 25 approach.
Cross Quang at above 4,000, cleared VOR, runway 25, American 224.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to center the heading bug,
Tango,
heading,
at East Hangars, ready to
and
taxi
CDI.
about departure with information Zulu.
Here we go.
Cessna 106 here at Tango, San Luis ground. Looks like we've got an invalid aircraft registration. I've got November 106. Can we have you disconnect and then reconnect with the
This
legal
is the
registration?
352
Just
radio.
drop one of those Novembers, then call back with your request.
Here we go. We're going to intercept it now. Slow down.
Oxnard Tower, Skyhawk 66, Papa 10 miles to your east over Camarillo. Inbound to land with Echo.
And we can descend now 3,400 according to the theater.
November 66 Papa. Oxnard Tower, good morning, inner left downwind, runway 7.
Left downwind for
Good now.
07, 66 Papa, thanks.
And vertical speed.
Fullerton Tower, 1370 Bravo, hold in 24, Alpha for departure.
Okay, so zoom in a little.
At 1370 Bravo. Fullerton Tower on departure, approved runway 24, cleared for takeoff.
On course, 4, clear takeoff, 7 Bravo.
Very good now. So we know that 5 nautical miles on the DME, that is Wrigley.
106 at Tango, we fixed the problem.
As you can see here, 5.
At 106 here at the San Luis ground, say again, aircraft type, what's your position and direction of flight, please?
Louis ground, Cessna 106 here at Tango. East Hangars, ready to taxi, northbound departure with information Zulu.
Cessna 106 here at Tango, San Luis ground, thanks. Runway 29er, taxi via Alpha.
You can even see the waypoints Wrigley map.
Runway 29er, taxi via Alpha. Cessna 106 here at Tango, runway 29er via Alpha.
Okay, so Wrigley is at 5, coming up.
Sun Devil 6, turn left, heading 060 vector, Seal Beach.
060, vector Seal Beach, Sun Devil 6.
And okay, we are now passing over Wrigley. You can see 5 nautical miles in the DME. And that means we passed Wrigley already. We continue out. It says to remain within 10 nautical miles from Wrigley. So I think...
And Sun Devil 6, when it will
go
direct to Seal Beach, VOR.
5 more miles to 10, and then I'm going to execute the procedure turn. I'll sit down with the heading bug, 45 degrees to the left to get ready. And that will be here. And I will push heading mode on the autopilot when, well, I think about When I hit 10 nautical miles, good. And the DME. Well, actually, I'm good now. I'll probably do the procedure turn here and press heading. There you go. And when I reach that heading, I'm going to start my timer here.
American 224, contact Santa Barbara Tower 119.7.
Okay, it looks like
119.7, American 224.
Timer. Reset.
Approach 6, we'd like to request the ILS.
Now I said the inbound course, which is 172.
Sun Level 6, descending 7,000, contact SoCal approach 128.1 with your request.
172.
Maintain 7,000, contact SoCal approach 128, was it 128.7, Sun Level 6?
28.1, 28.10.
8.1, Sun Level 6.
Santa Barbara Tower, Mirror 224 is on the VOR 25 approach.
172.
American 224, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, clear to land, wind calm.
Runway 25, clear to land, American 224.
SoCal approach, Sun Level 6, 8,600, descending 7,000.
Sun Level 6, SoCal approach, showing altimeters 29er. Advise what the ATIS request if you have one.
Almost 1 minute.
9er, we have ATIS information Zulu into John Wayne, and we'd like to press the ILS runway 20 right approach, Sun Level 6.
Sun Level 6, roger, expect vectors, ILS runway 20 right approach.
Turn right now.
Vectors runway 20
Maybe
right.
130 is good. That's 180. 130. To intercept the final approach course. There you go.
Oxnard Tower, 66 Papa's on the downwind midfield, 07.
66 Papa, thanks, runway 7, clear to land.
Clear to land, 0766 Papa.
So now we are now on the inbound, catching the inbound course. I'm going now to press nav as the course is approaching.
Hotel Alpha, Delta Alpha, no traffic observed between you and Avalon Airport. Report cancellation of IFR or misapproach airborne this frequency or cancel on the ground within 5 minutes of landing on 122.2. Change advisory frequency is approved.
Welcome, change frequency approved. Call you from the ground 1222, Hotel Alpha Delta venue. Okay, COM 2. Now COM 2 and the CTAF. We're capturing the inbound course. And now we need to understand that now we're almost on the course, so we start descending, vertical speed. And let me set the altitude now to 2200. And make sure at not below 2300 at distance 5 nautical miles. Okay, we don't need this anymore. I can even stop it, enter, and reset. Okay, back to get rid of this. Okay, so again, not below 2300 at 5 nautical miles.
Sun Level 6, descend to main 5,000.
In 5,000, Sun Level. Okay.
We're 8. COM 2 now. We're on the TAF frequency in COM 2. About 2 miles less. Catalina traffic, Diamond Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India. Well, approaching from the north, currently about 5 nautical miles out. I will be doing circle to land, joining right downwind for runway 22, Catalina. Okay, I think 5 nautical miles is coming. We're good on the DME. We have 6 and we're still 2400. We cannot be below 2300. And we said we're not gonna descend below. It looks like I can stop my descent here because I can see. So altitude capture. That's it. Not gonna descend below this altitude because it would be too low to join the traffic pattern like this. Okay, so the airport is in front of us. So we turn now 040 to the left, joining the heading 040, joining the right downwind. Okay, we can do flight plan direct to QFX and we put 220 bearing. Okay, turn now 90 degrees to the right, 130. Catalina traffic down until Alpha Delta Alpha India, turning right base, runway 22, full stop. Looks like the runway is going to be a complete turn. Continue our turn to final. Now get the aircraft ready, gear down, lights on, flaps approach. Continue turning right. I see the runway over there. See some lights. Okay, looks like good. Maybe heading back center now. Line ourselves with the final. A bit low. Alright, disconnect the autopilot now. And we can see the runway right there. We're good? There it is. There you go. Catalina traffic, down until Alpha Delta Alpha India, short final, runway 22, full stop, Catalina.
Minimums.
This is a beautiful airport. Move the Jimny and Simionic out. Want to see better. Alright, landing checklist. 3 greens. Lights on. Flaps approach. Power set. Doesn't look like we have any traffic here. Slow down. Looks like we have a little bit of a tailwind, it's no problem. Idle. Okay, this is a little bit rough. And brakes, we made it. Not the best, but it was okay. We exit the runway. Catalina traffic, Dominicala Alpha India, clear of active runway, taxiing to the hangars. Catalina. Okay, now we have to call 122.2. This simulates making a phone call to cancel IFR. Here you go, 122.2. Switch to COM 1. That is COM 1. South Cal approach, Diamond Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India on the ground, add Avalon, cancel IFR, and you have a good day.
Hotel Alpha Delta Alpha India, higher cancellation received, good day.
Good. Switch back to Unicom.
11-6.
Alright, brakes on. And all lights off except for strobes. And P2 heat off. And fuel pump off after landing. Avionics off. And go ahead now, turn off the left master. And turn off the right master. Oh, nice, jet. Master off. Okay, looks like we're good. Turn off the lights. Everything's off. Okay, very good. So let's go ahead now and debrief this flight. Unfortunately, we didn't have breadcrumbs, but anyways, this was our route. We got a heading to fly out, and after that we got another heading or vectors to join Vector 21. We did. We discussed that Santa Catalina VR is a feeder. I asked for the full approach from Santa Catalina from the feeder. He actually did me a very good favor, took me a little bit south of Santa Catalina. So when I intercept the radial 352 outbound, going north, it wouldn't be too much of a sharp turn. I was able to intercept it. I started to descend, and then I remained within. I was able to identify these waypoints with the DME, Wrigley, etc. And then I reached 3,400 without any issues, and then I executed the procedure turn. I turned left, 45 degrees, 1 minute, turn right, 180, back, opposite direction, and I intercepted the radial 352 inbound, which is the course 172. I descended according to this profile, made sure that I'm not below 2300 at Wrigley. But then again, I found myself at a good position before the missed approach point and before 2220, and I could see the runway, I could see the airport. I executed the circling. I turned left, right here, joined right downwind. At that point, I mean, before that, approach called me and said there was no traffic and I can cancel IFR in the air or on the ground. Pay attention to one thing here. When you are coming into an on-towered airport IFR, ATC is shutting down the traffic completely in and out of that airport until you cancel IFR. So if I cancel in the air, we're good, or I can cancel on the ground. I got the frequency change approved, and I changed frequency to the CTAF. I made all my announcements as if there's other traffic here, joining right downwind, turning base, short final, etc. And after that, I vacated the runway, made all the announcements, then went back to simulate. Pilotedge simulates making a phone call to the overlying facility. For example, here, if I click on the airport, and it shows here South Cal approach is 127.2. 2.4. So, or clearance delivery. See that? This phone number, Southbound approach 800-448-3724. I simulated making that phone call by putting the frequency 1 to 2.2. This is how it is on Pilotedge. I called them, said, guys, I'm on the ground, cancel IFR. So this way they can allow other IFR to in and out of the airport after that. Okay, so this was a good rating in the sense that you utilized the feeder system. You did a different kind of procedure turn. You did circling, which is like joining the traffic pattern. You learned a few things here. One thing I mentioned earlier, again, for precision approaches, you have a decision altitude, where you make a decision whether to go around or to continue. For non-precision approaches, which you don't have vertical guidance for, there's a minimum descent altitude. It's called an MDA. And the minimum descent altitude, it's very critical to understand that you cannot go below that one, not even 1 foot. So people usually add 30 to 50 feet to this number and decide at the point whether to continue or to execute the best approach procedure. We actually started the circling above. It was 2300 something. We could have started at 2600, but I just continued as much as possible, and I felt like, okay, I was okay to start executing the circling from that point. It's absolutely fine, and it's absolutely legal. That's it, and there's nothing else on this rating. It's actually an interesting approach, an interesting airfield, and the landing wasn't the best, but it's okay. We got that in one piece. Well, thank you so much for watching. Let you enjoy the view of the Santa Catalina.